I'm a OG, comma, Kazi, that is the T. Yo, what's up? Welcome back to 3D Land Versus. My name's AttackingTucans.
My name's Ryan, aka King Corefish. How are you all doing? Welcome on back to the series. We're in World 5, bro.
This level has a lot of sand. Actually,
yeah, no,
it reminds me of this invention that I just came up with recently.
That tell me about it. Oh, really?
Do you ever get sand inside your vagina?
All the time. Please help me out. I've been needing some help with this one. It's a huge issue for me.
I invented the vaginal sand plug.
Oh my God!
You ever go to the beach? You do not have to worry about vagina sand any longer.
Please, everybody, buy the vaginal sand plug in the comments right now. All right, dude, this is the first time that we've actually recorded since the project went up. I want to give a huge thank you to everybody's just kind words and everything on the launch of this series. I'm so excited about this one. It makes me happy that you guys are excited as well.
Dude, I'm pumped. Mario 3D Land, and for those of you who have never played this game, it's an awesome game, but the controls are a little bit weird with the control stick.
Yeah. No, I'll be honest.
It's hard to describe, but Mario doesn't control in 3D
not perfectly.
Quite the way you would expect him to.
No, it has like a weird feel to it. You're so far winning right now, actually, I can see you right now. Because it's been a minute since I've played the game. I practiced last night. But before that, I haven't played the game since our last recording session. So I'm kind of trying to get back into the feel of the game and get the controls like just under my fingers again. It's interesting.
I mean, it's kind of sad that you're in a race right now and you're like, I'm just trying to get used to the controls.
I know,
by World 5.
I just gotta hop back into it. We'll get into the swing of things though. It's fine. We got this. But oh my goodness, man.
I mean, you don't have to get into the swing of things. I can just crush you. That's always an option.
Oh, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. I'm telling you that this is my best Mario game. I took a hit. I literally was.
I was like I said, I practiced this game a bit, and during practicing, I was starting to actually kind of fall in love with this game. This game is a lot better than I remember it being.
Really? Dude, I freaking love this game so dang much. It's not exactly a collectathon. I just took another hit. You've got to be freaking kidding me. It's not exactly a collectathon, but it still has its own charm to it that no other Mario game has really done. Besides 3D World, I guess.
It is still a collectathon. The weird thing about it is this game isn't very much of a collectathon, but this Mario game is like one of the most interesting games to try to complete.
Yes.
Because of like all the criteria and the way it tracks your completion in this game. It doesn't do that like in any other Mario game except for this one.
It's because they have it set up like it's one of the Mario platformers, which I absolutely love. Like that's what I think of when I think of Mario. I've never been huge into the collectathons like your Sunshines or 64s or Galaxies. But it's just, I love this format. Even like the 2D platformers of Mario, I freaking love actually.
Yeah.
So
I love the 2D platformers as well. And I kind of feel bad because I haven't been playing Mario Maker as much as I feel like I should.
Dude, when Mario Maker 2 came out, I was expected that I was going to play a lot of it. But I really didn't.
That was our first live... Wait, was that our first live stream together reacting to the Mario Maker 2 Direct?
That was our first live stream on your channel, I know that.
On my channel. I remember we did that. That was like actually really fun.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I was
and then neither of us played that game that much.
Nope, I did a Let's Play of it when it first came out, but aside from that, like it didn't really hook me as much as Mario Maker 1, you know? I don't know what it even really was about it, because they added some cool features. It just wasn't,
For me, I definitely plan to get into the game more in the future, now that they have that like world developer, where you can create your own like Mario game.
Yeah.
Because I just never wanted to go and play just random Mario levels in 2D. Like, but if they're all connected into like a cohesive game, then
everything's just fluid
involved.
No, definitely. I know. Oh God, I'm getting stressed. Oh God, I'm getting stressed. All the balls are coming at me. The balls, Tyler.
Maybe you should get a stress ball to help you deal with the spike balls.
Yeah, I think actually that might help me out. The big black balls are making me very, very scared. Hold up. Oh, good Lord. But yeah, no, freaking Mario Maker 2, though. That's what's up. I just got that one up.
Good?
Yeah, I ended up playing through the campaign, but I never actually ended up getting into the community aspect, where I almost think that's where Mario Maker thrives, you know?
Oh, 100%. I mean, my roommate, Red Falcon, is like a full-time Mario Maker dude. He does like he pretty much only plays the versus mode in Mario Maker, which is pretty sick.
Yeah, I know my good boy Vinny, original 151, you should subscribe. I love you, dude. He does all sorts of Mario Maker live streams. and Super Mario 64 speedruns too. That's kind of his thing. He's probably the most that I've ever seen somebody get invested in Mario games. Mario Maker, actually, specifically.
There's like a million speedrunners out there that will
no.
definitely argue against that.
No. I meant just like from my circle. He gets...
Oh, for you personally.
Yeah. He gets super invested into Mario Maker, and it's cool to see him. It's almost, whenever I watch his streams, that's kind of just my experience with the game. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. In this level right here, actually, I can't show it off because I don't have the game audio, but did you know that there's a Zelda reference?
Does it play like the Zelda theme whenever you light that torch?
Yep. Well, you have to light it.
That is a very Zelda-esque puzzle, lighting the 4 torches. I can't do that because I didn't have a fire flower.
Yeah, it also just this entire level, too, is super Zelda-esque, the way that it's kind of themed, or at least that world was at the very beginning. I love it when Nintendo does little, like, nods at their other games, or a lot of things in their history throughout their games, you know?
I wish they included more Easter eggs in their games, honestly. They
Yeah.
have way too much to work with.
They really do. Like, okay, little Easter eggs and stuff, which actually leave some comments of examples, actually, some different Easter eggs in Mario games that you know about. Because I know in Odyssey, they really love to shove down the throat, like the 8-bit Mario stuff. You remember with the Jazz Festival and everything?
Oh, they did. There's like cat peaches throughout the whole entire game.
Yeah, they have little Easter eggs, but like I really love just the super subtle references that they'll give. Like, you know, in Ocarina of Time,
I just think the fact that they used Pauline from the original Donkey Kong game as like a main character in Mario Odyssey was a really cool throwback.
1000%. I love that they actually brought her back, and they fleshed out her character a lot too.
They made her hot.
Hell yeah, bro! She got them cakes and no rolls. You love to see it.
We do love to see it.
Hell yeah.
We stand.
Like, you know, in Zelda in the courtyard, how they have the little posters of like Mario flying.
And like inside.
I wish that there was more subtle stuff like that in Mario games. You know?
You see, Zelda is way more about the culture than like Mario is. Mario is just kind of like its own separate thing. They don't try to put influences from other games into it for the most part. They just try to keep it its own separate universe.
No, that's
very little Easter eggs.
That's really true. That's why it's so interesting that they had the Zelda reference in 3D Land of all games.
It's a very small reference. They just play the jingle.
Yeah, but I don't know, little stuff like that though. It's so cute. I eat it up, man. Oh god, I thought that I was about to take a dumb hit.
Speaking of cute, I actually found out, I was watching a video by the completionist about this game.
Ooh,
I
shout
found
out
that the origins of this game are like really adorable. They're
Yo,
also tragic at the same time.
hit me with it. Hit me with some facts.
Okay, so apparently like right when they were about to start creating this game, Japan went through like one of its worst earthquakes that it like has ever gone through. And it forced all of the developers to like be at home for a decent amount of time.
Man, I know that. I know that feeling. We know that feeling.
Right? It's very this story kind of hits close to home right now, honestly.
Yeah, it really does. Jesus.
It's gonna hit even more close to home as I get into this, actually. So, while they were at home, the lead developer, I think it was potentially Iwata, I'm not sure. I have to be fact checked on this. But whoever was like one of the main developers, they decided for the first time, the company, like they were going to share their personal email address with the other game developers at Nintendo, so they could have more conversations while at home about the development.
So they can stay more in touch, and they can actually like develop more like friendships and getting the game.
Yeah. So pretty much what happened is for the first time, like they were kind of working from home. Nintendo was always always did a very good job at keeping business and
traditional
like, home life separate, I guess.
Yeah.
But then that was the first time that they started using their technology.
Because of the earthquake.
Back in like 2001, I think this was.
2001? No, this game, 2010. This is for the 3DS. There's no way this is from 2001.
Oh, maybe it was like 2009.
Yeah, something like that sounds more like it. If you know in the comments, please let us know. Oh, man. Yo, so I
can always just... There's Wikipedia as well.
There is Wikipedia. All right, so everybody in the comments, Google us.
We don't need people to tell us what year this game came out. There's no point in... Dude, that is just pointless comments. Please don't fill our comment section with the year of this game's release.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I weirdly get a kick out of that, of just blowing things up like that. Oh man, where are you at?
I like to encourage comments, but as long as the comments aren't
All right,
have actual information in them, that
I
will
feel
be
that.
interesting.
All right, so here, what if we hit them with this then? Okay, so we'll give a challenge to the comment of just leave a comment right now on any topic that you feel of just something that you think is interesting, something that you think that could provoke some sort of thought. Now, this can be,
And we'll take some of your comments and we'll use them to start conversations in future episodes.
you know, I actually kind of like that idea a lot.
Is there anything you guys want us to talk about? You know, me and Ryan are a new duo together. We're still kind of forming our chemistry. Mm-hmm. We don't have a lot of like previous experiences with one another, so we're gonna start building up this friendship, and
It's gonna be adorable. You're gonna watch this build up like along with us. It's some cute stuff. Okay,
It's like, I think it was kind of interesting how lots of people like compared you and I like first videoed with one another to like mine and Josh's whole entire like YouTube career almost.
yeah, literally. I'll shine some light on some of the comments. I saw some people being like, "Oh, I don't know, I feel about this chemistry. It's new." I saw a lot of people saying that I was hyper, more similar to you than Josh is, because you guys are pretty polar opposite personalities, you know?
Yeah. Well, here's like another thing is even if you don't like think our chemistry is great as far as commentary goes, me and Ryan working together has actually brought a lot more to Versus than I have like put into it work-wise in the past through like Ryan's work. Like the intro for this Versus, I've never collaborated on an intro for Versus before.
Really? That was your
this
first
one with
time?
Ryan. Yeah, I've always made them all by myself, the music and then the visuals and everything.
That's so cool. Actually, yeah, since this is the first time that we've been recording in this series since the first episode went up, what do you guys think of the intro? I think that actually is my best intro that I've ever made yet out of everything that I've done. I'm so dang
I think
proud
it's my
of this
best
one.
intro song as well. Well, that PokeGod is also a close second.
Yeah, I think that
That
one.
song is outdated, so I can't.
That one's got the
much.
iconic points for it. You know, that one's a classic at this point. Because I'm willing to bet a majority of the people in the comment section of this episode probably know about that Versus and know about PokeGod.
Yeah, potentially. That's the only Pokemon Versus I've ever done.
Can you see yourself doing more Pokemon stuff in the future?
Yeah, I ended up practicing all through all of like Heart Gold to be able to eventually do a Versus of it.
Hey, so Tyler, you're trying to do a Heart Gold Versus?
No, we're currently doing this Versus.
Yeah, I know. So
Don't stress me out, Ryan.
Dude, so I'm gonna have you learn a whole new game real quick, by the way, alongside learning this game.
Let me up here. Jesus.
I don't know if a lot of people might not know this, because, I mean, I'm pretty new on this channel. You could probably tell from the username and everything, though. I do a lot of Pokemon content, mainly on my channel. Branching out from Mario, I'm going to restart this level, because I don't have all the star
I
coins.
couldn't imagine playing Pokemon all day, every day. That seems awful.
As weird as it is, dude, I actually have a lot of fun with it. It's a game with a lot of replayability for me. It might be some
I like
nostalgia.
Pokemon, but I couldn't imagine only playing Pokemon is all it is.
You know what actually helps it? This is just my opinion. What helps me be able to play the game a lot is randomizers, which I know you know that with the Ocarina of Time.
Oh
actually.
yeah, actually that makes sense. Now that I think about it,
It makes
I haven't given Pokemon randomizers a shot yet.
yeah. They honestly make it so that every single playthrough is its own story. It's its own experience. You know. Which,
I'll probably eventually do just like randomizers. Like I'm not probably ever gonna do regular Let's Plays of Pokemon, but since I've become like the randomizer guy, it would totally make sense for me to go through the Pokemon series just randomized.
this is just my opinion, but Pokemon in general, I think, is just better randomized.
I think Zelda's way better randomized too. If future Zelda games were made with like randomization as like the core gameplay mechanics, I think they'd be way better.
It'd be so cool to see Nintendo's twist on that too, because you know that they'd like think outside the box and put their own spin on it that maybe a lot of people in the community
They have
haven't
to
done.
clean it up for sure.
Oh, of course, yeah. I would love to see Game Freak try to put randomizers into actual Pokemon games as well. It'd be so cool to actually see Nintendo like embrace that side of their community, you know? Or even little
Maybe
things.
someday. It's kind of interesting because right now, like we just kind of talked about how back when they made 3D Land, they changed their company policy to allow like,
Personal
the
emails,
employees-
more
Something
communication.
else they did is their game development office for this game. They decided to turn all of their desks and arrange it in a way so they could all see what each other are working on as they're up in the game instead of like all being more like separated.
You know, I really like that. That's so freaking. As weird as it sounds, my best way that I can kind of relate that to me in my life is like being at the house with my boy Frank and Scott and Brooks and everyone. And we can like walk into each other's rooms and see what we're editing, or maybe like walk in on each other's live streams. Actually, you live with Red Falcon too. I'm sure you know that.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I moved to Los Angeles, so I could like experience.
I mean, shoot, that's why I moved here to Atlanta.
Living in an area where other people are doing the same thing as me, so I can just like actually like have conversations about it and not be the only person talking about it.
That's how I felt when I lived in Detroit. Now that I'm living in the house with a ton of other content creators, it's sick to be surrounded by such like-minded people and other creatives as well, you know? Bouncing back ideas and working on projects together. It's so cool. Oh my goodness. Did we say
what I was kind of gonna say is if that's like how Nintendo has opened up just like 10 years ago, I wonder what it's gonna be like whenever they get to a point where like Miyamoto isn't helping with games anymore, once he eventually has to pass the torch.
Yeah,
and like brand new minds
when it's time to see the new generation of like what kind of direction that younger people might take it, or a new director would take it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if like current Nintendo would put randomizers in their games, but
in the future,
maybe the people in the future, whoever takes over, will be like, yeah, this is this actually makes our games 10 times more replayable, and if we want people to be playing our games, why not add a feature that makes it way more replayable?
Do you want to think about it this way? Do you think that 10 years ago from now, Nintendo would put out a Mario game where they let the community build their own levels? I think that might be like a smaller example of kind of what we're talking about of, as Nintendo's growing, it's opening up to new ideas and new concepts.
Yeah, they're learning, they're paying attention. They're like a little bit slower on the uptake because most of the people in the company are older.
Yeah.
And obviously older people aren't gonna grow with
technology
like, all
and with
youngins. Yeah.
I feel like Nintendo to a good extent is pretty set in their ways and like their traditional like morals that they've set up for themselves already, you know? Or like
but
their
they always
workflow.
change. Everything always ends up becoming like, especially with our current world, everything always continues to evolve and progress.
Like Versus, I'm not Josh. How crazy, right?
I mean, I've done lots of Versus with people other than Josh is the other thing.
Yeah, I know.
That's another thing I've done with Donna. I've done with Lucagen. I've done with NCS.
Literally.
Proton John.
And
so,
if you even want to look at my channel as an example, I do Versus with Mr. Unada Gamer, Asteroid, Vinny, Game Boy Luke. You know, like I even
I've done with Luke as well. Yeah.
Oh my God, we've both done Versuses with Luke. Tyler, do you realize this? Does this make us like Eskimo brothers or something? Yeah, you know how
Why is that the word you use?
No. You know how it's like the thing is like when you and your boy like have done things with the same girl. It's like you guys have, like we've both done Versuses with Game Boy Luke. Huh?
Yeah, Eskimo.
I don't know why I used Eskimo brothers of all terms.
Yeah, that infers that we've both had
Luke.
I will lie, me and Luke have kissed before.
Me and Luke have kissed before.
What a slut.
No,
Damn
everybody, please. I mean, I'm sorry to have to announce this in Super Mario 3D Land Versus Part 3. I'm sorry to spill the tea, but Game Boy Luke's just the community slut. You know, I'm sorry to break it to you, all of the 8-bit bros out there.
The reason we did was because Luke was dating somebody. I think it was Jenna at the time. And we were like at a club during PAX with the Heated Mo, Etika, Duncan, and a couple other people. And I remember like his girlfriend was like kind of like having fun with the girl, like they were kind of kissing and stuff.
And did Luke do the thing?
And Luke was like, well, if you can do it, then so can I. And then me and him kissed.
Luke and the Heated Bro, the Heated Mo, they would literally do the same thing. Like that was always their go-to thing. They did it to, when I met them, very first day that I ever met them in person. They'll grab the face, do the pucker, and then kiss in. Happened for me and Luke at PAX, me and Mo. Me and Luke he did that at AWA, which is an anime convention in Atlanta. There was a rave, and he literally, in the middle, and I mean middle of the whole scene, he just went boom right there. It was hype.
Damn, we're exposing how much of a slut Luke is during Mario 3D Land Versus.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm sorry to out you like that, bud. I love you. You're my man from another land, Luke. Da, 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 da.
He can't. The thing is, he lives in the UK, so we can't do anything about it.
No, he can't.
What's he gonna do? Come up and tuffle us up?
I mean, dude, I know exactly the way to end his career. You just gotta spill the tea in the harbor. It's over, okay? It's We about to do a jump
Also,
cut.
just so you know, I did beat it, and I'm double checking. I did get 2 star coins in every level, so you lost this point, bro. Sorry.
Hate to see it, man. Rest in peace. Court click will get him.
I love to see it.
The court click will get him next time. Every episode, it's you win the first half, I win the second half. We're just gonna keep the streak alive, bro. I'm telling you.
It's not gonna happen this time. I'm gonna win 2 points in a row, baby. All right, World 6. I am ahead by 1 point.
Nah, dude, I'm gonna get that comeback. All right, court click comeback story of the year. It's gonna happen.
I'm not gonna let it happen. But I do have a question. Is there like any theme to any of the worlds in this game, or is like each world just like a mixture of just whatever the heck they wanted to put into
I
it?
honestly think that they just drew things from a hat with a lot of these level designs. Like, okay,
Yeah, because it has no like.
I guess I can give it World 8 is a lava level, or lava world, but there's one bubble level in there, which I just don't get why they'd throw it in. When we actually get to the World 8 episode, by the way, like, I'm gonna roast the shit out of that level.
You should.
Yeah.
I almost died.
It literally doesn't make any sense at all why they would throw a freaking bubble
Well, let's think
level.
about other Mario games for a second. Is a Mario game having a theme for each world a consistent thing? Mario 1 doesn't do that. It starts with like above ground, underground,
Yeah.
like mushrooms, and then castle.
Yeah,
So-
but I really don't know. Actually, what Mario games are their themes? I know New Super Mario Bros., that whole series.
yeah,
they give
those
the themes
do, but
for
like
the
Mario
worlds.
64 doesn't. But that's not. There's no like worlds in general.
Yeah.
I mean, there is worlds, but the worlds have missions in them.
Exactly.
It's not like
Whereas, like,
completely
okay,
different.
honestly, the Super Mario 3D series is separate from the new Super Mario Bros. Series, so maybe they intentionally didn't really give a theme to every single world, you know?
Well, I feel like
a
having
thought.
no constraints with like the world theme gives them a lot more options, and also keeps the gameplay mixed up.
Yeah.
having to do like 6 snow levels in a row,
It's
like in the Super Mario Bros. Games, honestly gets a little bit. It kind of grinds on you a little bit.
it just gets tedious. You're doing the same thing over and over. Oh my god, there's so much water underneath here. I didn't realize there's a whole thing.
Maybe they learned that from those games. Maybe they were like, yeah, from now on, because they didn't for 3D Land and World. Oh, 3D World actually did bring back the world themes. Now that I think about it.
Yes, World 1 was probably generic Mario, green grass, blue skies, all that fun stuff.
Yeah,
Then World 2
was desert.
deserts. I don't remember
World
anything
3 was
past
like, I
that.
think, some
Was it
sort
ice?
Of like Cloud World, I think.
No, what? My mind
It
goes
was like
to
a
snow.
Mesa. It was.
Was it an ice world, or was that
Oh,
maybe?
maybe 3 was an Ice Worlds. I
think-
can't remember. It's been a long time since I played that game.
Dude, same here. But playing 3D Land, funny enough, it kind of makes me want to play it again. My A button stuck on my controller. He hovered for a few seconds, and then I fell to my doom. You hate to see it.
Dang. Is that? Are you still on level 1?
Yeah, I'm still on level 1. I beat level 1.
disgusting.
I think I beat it before you. I wasn't really watching your screen, but I didn't have all the star coins, so I kind of suicided. So then that way I could go and back and grab the second star coin, and then my freaking A button.
The star coins matter so much.
Yes, actually, this is something I kind of wanted to talk about from the first episode. So your boy kind of forgot to get 2 star coins in one of the World 1 levels, which, my bad,
Yeah,
my
thank
mistake.
God I won that world. If you would have won that world,
Oh, everything
and we
would be
hadn't
up in
caught
chaos.
that- oh yeah, there literally would have been so many protests about that. The series would have been freaking over.
Oh, 1,000 the series
And
would have been up in flames.
I mean that. People would have been pissed. Like if you would have won that first world,
It wouldn't have
like,
counted.
The star
If-
coins, you would have destroyed the whole entire series.
Yeah,
so
so-
thank you for not winning that world.
No, thank you for winning that world. Thank you. For real. So,
But
yeah.
now we're double checking. Like before we allow the win to happen, you have to go back and like show off that you found 2 star coins in every level before it officially counts.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So something interesting that I never really got a chance to talk about in the first half of this video, and I don't know if you're planning on doing this, but I want to stream myself practicing this game a little bit. Just to
Wait, stop, pause. Don't talk about like live streams
Really?
on like the versus content because you're dating it. Like if people are watching this in the series, if you're talking about live streams that you're gonna do about this game, they've already happened if they're watching this 2 weeks after the video's posted.
I'll be honest, I actually don't mind, but I won't talk about it for you.
Yes, whenever I record series, think about the people that are watching it 3 years from now. You have to keep that in mind.
Yeah, I won't talk about that. We can cut that out and do another like quick thing. I I do have a. Like,
I didn't.
slight
As soon as you started playing that, because I actually cut that out of episode 1 because you did the same exact thing.
Damn it!
Out.
I don't know. I do that a lot. I love talking about like super current events and videos like that. And I get your point for like viewers 3 years later. I almost think that could add to the
think
charm.
Think about this series as if Nintendo was making this versus series. I go into the same mindset. You're trying to make like a, if you can't. I mean, it's obviously not totally like this because it's YouTube, but I try to kind of keep in the mind of like the more you add to the video that dates it. The thing is, like, there's certain things like you can talk about like stories that happen in your life and like news related things, those are fine. But say like if you're like, hey, I'm doing a live stream on June 15th, come check out, that's like that information becomes a complete waste of time for the viewer to hear after June 15th.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And then in that sense, you're kind of, it takes away some of the value from the series from the viewer because you're providing them information that just like is completely irrelevant.
I feel that.
It's just a personal thing.
I get it. Yeah. So,
anyways,
should
we'll
I
say 1, 2, 3, go, and just continue playing, and then in editing, just completely just do a jump cut there.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Say, do it.
All right, sorry, I didn't like say that beforehand. I forgot to tell you, but that's the thing.
Believe me, it's fine. I get it.
All right, 1, 2, 3, go.
Woo!
All right.
man.
The haunted house.
Haunted
houses in this game are actually pretty easy. They're not very confusing.
Yeah. Right now, I'm only 1 level behind you, actually. Can you move so I can get this star coin? Nope, I'm just going to take the hit. We're going to iframes. Just get the star coin, move on. Cool, that worked.
You got to move.
You got to move.
You got to move.
I saw one comment, actually, on the first episode that said that your intro for this series reminded them a lot of the one song that you made.
With Simply?
Yeah, that one.
That was the other Mario rap I made, yeah. Funny story about that. So that song goes, we made that like 2.5 years ago.
Oh my
It goes,
Lord.
you got a moon, hey, ooh, you got a moon. And then Lil Uzi Vert, on his album that came out like last month, he has a song called You Better Move. And it goes, you better move. Ooh, you better move.
Dude,
Ooh.
I'm convinced he ripped it off from you, bro. Do you realize the pull that Cedar Wall has at this point? Was that the name that you went with for that rap?
What? Oh, Cedar Wall? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cedar Wall is pretty much my only like official rap name now.
Oh, really?
Although I have a lot of like spin-off names. Like most rappers have like 10 names.
A
Like,
couple
Nicki
different
Minaj,
characters
she has, like,
on them.
a million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look at like Slim Shady, you know? Oh
yeah,
my
there was a
goodness.
couple. I did go through like a little bit where I was like trying to figure out my branding for rap and stuff, trying to figure out the best move. But I think I figured out that Cedar Wall. My last name is just too unique and has Cedar Wall has some power to it, like the name.
See, what I always kind of get confused on was the album that you. Ah, dang it, I died. The album that you came out with. Oh God, a couple years now ago, I think. The Tall Money one, because that one wasn't Cedar Wall, but it was Cedar Wall. You
It is
kind
Cedar
of.
Wall. That was the. I'm gonna release a sequel to that EP.
Yeah.
It's gonna be, and it's gonna be the sequel is gonna be called Lil Tall.
Okay, I really forget. I vibe with that. That's funny as hell. That's
So
fucking
the first one is
amazing.
called Tall Money. The second EP is gonna be called Lil Tall, and pretty much the purpose of that is like those names kind of just like are in reference to the side of me that is just like kind of ratchet, likes to party, club, and like that kind of stuff. It's just kind of like I'm memeing on myself a little bit because I don't really take much of myself seriously. I take myself seriously, but I
relate.
don't at the same time. It's a weird mix.
I relate. I know where you're coming from on that one for sure, actually. Oh my goodness.
It's very hard to describe. I take life very seriously, but I also don't give a shit about anything at the same time. It's a really weird like equilibrium.
I kind of get it. Like, I don't know. Especially for me lately, I've been in such like a go with the flow kind of thing of just like, I'll put my all into whatever I got going on, but it's almost like, get my freaking A button's sticking. I swear to God, Tyler, this is going to be the death
How about
of
you
me.
stop jacking off while playing video games so your controller stops getting sticky?
I'm sorry, bro. It's just, it can't be stopped. I got my habits going. It's just my new 5 p.m. ritual every day.
Yeah, Doki Doki Literature Club, man. That game just like gets
Actually,
me all hot and bothered every time too.
funny enough, I've never actually played that game. It was one of the huge like trending games in 2018, though. I just never hopped on it. Like games like that, I've always
I don't
been
hop on
interested
most
in.
trending games either. I'm very bad at hopping onto like gaming trends and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like I'm really bad at it too, even though there's certain games that always do interest me when they do get in the hype. Like freaking Bendy and the Ink Machine, I absolutely love that game a lot when I played it.
I still need to play that game. I actually tested it out at PAX and really enjoyed it.
Really? Yeah, no, the story for that one, for me, honestly, art style more than anything. Same with Cuphead was another one of those trending games that I fell in love with when I played through it. But stuff like Five Nights at Freddy's, you know?
See, like, so horror games in general I have like a weird like
Love-hate
relationship with them. Because like I love horror movies a lot.
Yeah.
But like for some reason horror games are like different. Like they scare me so much more differently because like
it's like
I'm actually being personally chased. It's not like a
like there's actually incentive behind it because you're the one trying to not die is typically what happens.
Yeah, and like the thing is you dying is typically you losing, and like every time you lose in a horror game it's like the most terrifying like experience.
For real, dude. But okay, other indie games that I absolutely love though, Undertale. I just recently played through that for a 3-way versus, and honestly, every time that I replay that game, I fall in love with it again. The writing in it was great, gameplay is super fun. Like a lot of those trending games are pretty sick. I
still need to try a Genocide run. Most games trend for a reason, especially trending indie games always catch my attention way more than like, trending AAA games.
Same, actually. I honestly follow Toby Fox more than, God, I'm trying to think of a AAA developer off the top of my head. Activision?
Toby Fox sounds like a really popular like furry or something, and I know he's not, but like his name just sounds so much like one.
You're just saying that because the word fox is in there, bro. Does that mean that Fox from Smash Bros?
Like furries always wear all those like colorful fox tails, and so like that's the animal that I like attribute it. And also, isn't like Sonic? Is it Sonic Fox or something?
Sonic's a hedgehog. It's in the name.
No, the name of that like esports dude. He's like really popular.
Esports
Sonic Wolf?
dude. Sonic Wolf. It's fun. Okay. Now I know where you're coming from. It's ringing a bell, but I don't know who you're talking about. Honestly,
it's like actual esports. We're in our own esports with versus, but like that's like the real esports world.
Bro, we're creating our own esports world right now. Screw the competitive.
I mean, we are. I mean, starting versus Expo to try to make things like Nintendo more into the esports world.
Honestly, though, that's legit. Have you gotten a chance to really talk about versus Expo too much? I know you talked about it in your update video, but in an actual versus, I plug a little, honestly.
I haven't like talked about it, but I should plug it more honestly.
Yeah.
Now that I've been like kind of hesitant because of all of the world situations. I've been a little bit like,
don't blame you.
I haven't known exactly what's happening until recently. But turns out this year we are still doing versus Expo, which is going to be a much like smaller version. We're focusing on this year. We're mainly just since most people can't travel and stuff. We're focusing on putting the best online show on that we can by doing a hybrid of like content creators coming in person for some events and then doing stuff online like we did for the Winnipeg Coliseum.
Dude, it's very ambitious.
But you should all watch online, July 10th through 12th. It's gonna be a 3-day live stream. You guys should all be there. And if you live in the Chicago area or are down to travel a little bit, we are having a small in-person event as well.
Woo!
Where we're going to be kind of just hanging out. It's like I just love my own community so much and like all the people in it.
You just want to bring them all together. Dude, I actually get that a lot. So, okay, my friend.
Because my commentary has like definitely garnered a very specific type of person to like, you have to be a pretty open-minded individual to enjoy my content because of the shit that I talk about.
For real, for real.
So anybody who's in my community, I've realized who's like stuck around is a pretty dope person because my commentary kind of weeds out the...
Well, okay, this is about to spark a super interesting conversation, like about YouTube and everything. What I've found that happens with YouTube channels that stick around for a few years is that they end up just breeding a kind of audience that vibes with their humor and vibes with their, for Let's Players specifically, that vibes with their humor and kind of, you know what I mean?
Not even just Let's Players, that's honestly any type of content creator.
Yeah, no, it really is. Like, okay, if you have like a more shitposty kind of like vibe to your channel, you're gonna kind of breed a community that reflects that a bit, you know?
Oh yeah, you think if fucking like Leafy threw a convention, that would go well?
Oh god, I don't even want to think about how that would go, bro!
What are some of the gaming YouTubers that would be the worst to throw a gaming convention? I'm trying to think.
Hi, so my name's Ryan, and I'm gonna... Dude, I'm gonna start...
I volunteer as tribute.
I'm gonna start Ryan Con, all right? Everybody gets to show up, and they get to bring Let's go with one explosive of their choice, one firework of their choice. Favorite color, all right?
Yeah, I'm gonna veto this right now.
Yeah, I really don't blame you. That sounds like chaos just waiting to happen, to be honest.
I'm trying to think if there's like a YouTuber. I mean, obvious answer is TanaCon. TanaCon Go. Which I went to TanaCon.
Wait, you did? You actually saw all that first-handed?
I left before shit got really bad. I left pretty quick because I was like, oh, this is not good.
Goodness, bro. I could not imagine not only being Tana in that kind of situation, because, oh, God. Could you imagine having an entire...
that's what happens when you make a convention entirely about yourself.
It's pretty self-centered.
Versus Expo was 100% about a concept. And
that one's very community-based. Could you imagine starting a convention, like, based around yourself, and then everything falls apart like that? I don't know. I just think that's so much pressure.
I think some people have, like, Philip DeFranco, I know, has put on, like, events and stuff for, like, himself.
Funny enough, I actually didn't know that. I don't follow him super heavy, honestly.
He doesn't do it anymore. He did it when he was a bit smaller. I think he's become a bit too large, and because he's a news YouTuber, it's become a little bit more risky because when you talk about news, people
bring in opinions.
Facts, people will get pissed off at you.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's just how it is if you bring up any sort of current event, honestly, which that's literally the channel that he's built up for himself. So that's why of all YouTubers...
Like freaking FouseyTube. Not FouseyTube. Who am I thinking of? Drama Alert, that guy.
Oh, let's get right into the news. Yeah, he could never start a convention. I don't want him to ever start a convention.
Down.
Good God, bro. I don't even... There's been a lot of, like, oh, Jesus, I'm gonna die. I'm definitely gonna die. I died.
Starting a convention as a YouTuber is a very interesting concept, though.
Oh, 1,000%. Not impossible, but ambitious for sure. And honestly, there's so much weight that goes behind it. Which, high key, I think I might be giving the second point right now, bro. Oh, you 1,000% are. I'm switching controllers in between episodes. I don't care. Next time, we're gonna hit you with a different one. My A button, I think, is actually the death of me.
How many controllers have you used on this series so far?
I think it was just this one, actually, because I remember complaining about the sticky A button in the previous episode already.
All right, well. I got that win.
It.
I got all the star coins, so I am now 2 points ahead of you, bro. You're going to have to hustle.
No, next episode, you don't understand. We're going to get the comeback. It's going to happen. Anyways.
Okay. Anyways, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up button, and we will see your asses in the next one. Take care.
Specifically your asses. Peace.
Final ending, I'm running around it. Jumping and crunching, I'm gonna ground pound it. Breaking it up, power I got. Cooking up grandpa's a fire, I pull up. Put on the C-boy, I'm talking to Nuki. To hang with me, this kid's playing hooky. Even my worst game, I pop. Hey, I am a legend and you, rookie. This land, 3D, I'm a OG, comma, Kazi. That is the T.